Hello everyone, my name is Chantal with Chantal's Pretty Little DIYs. As you all know, my channel focuses on budget-friendly decor ideas of side-cut crafts that's going to make your home look so beautiful and elegant without breaking the bank. And today is no different. Today I'm going to teach you how to create a beautiful fall-inspired floor vase that's going to make your home look so vibrant, beautiful, and elegant. Without further ado, let's get into it. But before we do get into it, please like, share, and subscribe for more. Thank you so much for watching. Hello my YouTube family, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to create a beautiful floor vase using an Amazon box. I cannot wait for you to see how it turned out. So what I did was I took this box and I just drew a picture of a vase. And what I'm doing here, I'm tracing it out using an X-Acto knife. So once you're done cutting the shape out, you want to make sure you clean any excess pieces that you're not going to use into the DIY. FYI, I'm working on my dining table, but it's very inexpensive. I don't buy anything expensive for my home because I have children and they break, they scratch, everything in the house. So, but don't try this because using an X-Acto knife can definitely damage your furniture. So, be very careful when you're using an X-Acto knife on a wooden furniture. So once the cardboard was cut out, I'm just using some hot glue and then placing it on a styrofoam. These styrofoam squares came in a package that I've purchased something in, and I figured they would be useful, so I didn't throw them out. I kept them, and here I am using it on this craft, which is great. I always try to make use of whatever I have and think about the futuristic use of them before I throw them out. So that's a good way of saving money because they're, $1 at the Dollar Tree, and here I am. I have a great large piece of styrofoam that I can use for a craft, which was great. So once you're done attaching the cardboard to the styrofoam, just cut out the excess and just clean it off as you go. By the way, y'all, I have to get better at measuring so I can give you guys exact measurements. When I'm working on my crafts, I don't know why, I just eyeball everything. I do not measure anything at all for some reason. But this is a good practice that I should get into so that I can give you guys exact measurements. So here I am covering the sides of the box using the rest of the box that I have so that I can create the illusion of a vase. Just remember to be very, very careful when you're working with hot glue. Like I said, I sustained so many burns and it wasn't fun at all. So I'm always advising you all, whenever you're working with something hot, please take precautions. So once I was done with covering the side of the box, I went in with my X-Acto knife and cut off the excess. So now I'm going to use my glue gun to stick the two sides together. If you made it this far into this video and you're enjoying watching this video, please smash the like button, share, subscribe for more. I have a lot of DIYs coming up and you do not want to miss out on them. And of course, I do enjoy creating, crafting for your viewing. I do enjoy sharing any information that I know regarding home decor, sales, or anything exciting Dollar Tree may be having. I do enjoy sharing these videos with you. So please smash the like button, share, subscribe, get the words out. Thank you so much for watching. So I'm using the X-Acto knife to make the styrofoam look smoother. Here it is. So I'm using a piece of cardboard and creating sort of like an S shape so that I can cover the sides of the vase. Once I was done, I used some hot glue to attach it to the sides. By the way, y'all, I don't know who likes to craft late at night, but I'm a late crafter. I like to craft when I know that my children are sleeping and and I have my peace and quiet. I'm listening to some music or, I'm drinking some coffee while I'm crafting. But I don't like to craft during the day for some reason. I like to have my peace and quiet, to be one with myself when I'm crafting. I don't know if any of you are the same way, but I'm just like, that's just how I am. So I like to take my time when I'm doing this part, especially when I'm using hot glue. So just do it a little at a time and be very, very patient with this process, because hot glue is very dangerous. You're gonna hear it in all of my videos telling you that hot glue is dangerous, because I cannot tell you how many times I've sustained burns and they hurt. A small burn hurts really, really bad. So that's why I'm always warning you to make sure you take it slow when you're working on this craft. Okay, so this is why I was telling you all that I'm going to use measurements from now on, because I think it's best practice, because I cut the cardboard a little too small, and now I had to add a little piece to it to cover that hole. So from now on, I'm going to measure. I've never measured anything when I'm crafting. I don't know why I don't do it, but that's a best practice that I should start doing. So here I am going in with the X-Acto knife, trying to clean any excess glue that I placed on the cardboard. So I took this Mod Podge that was about to be done and I poured some water into it, and I'm going to mix it with the Plaster of Paris. But the only thing is, that was my first time working with this Plaster of Paris, and I kept adding and adding. It was looking very, very liquidy. I kept adding more to it, and towards the end, when I was ready to apply it to the box, it hardened up and I panicked. I'm like, oh my God, what do I do? Because honestly, I did not read the instructions. I've purchased it on Amazon and I never used it until I had, until I had this idea that I wanted to try, and that's my first time using it. But I panicked. I'm like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? But I did add some water and it did get to the consistency that I wanted it to be, but I did not realize that it dries up so quickly, which is great, because if you're doing some DIYs, you don't have to wait for days for it to dry, because it really, really did dry literally in 2-3 hours. This part of the DIY was very, very messy. So if you're planning on recreating this, make sure you're wearing clothing that you don't really want. And make sure if you're using your nice furniture to put something to cover it up. So in this case, I used a Dollar Tree foam board. I used a Dollar Tree foam board and placed it on my table, and it worked out perfectly, because the plaster was spattering all over the place. It got on my pants, but since I had protection on the table, it didn't affect the table. But keep that in mind if you want to recreate this craft, that it's kind of messy and you'll have to clean it up afterwards. So we're halfway through finishing this part of the DIY, which, oh my God, my hands got so tired, because it really did take a while, and I had to go back and reapply to some of the parts that were a little thinner than other parts. So you really need to be patient with doing this DIY. And here you go, that dried up so fast. It literally dried up in 2 hours. So I'm using an old sponge, and I'm using some acrylic colors that I purchased at Walmart, and I'm just applying them to the sponge and literally splattering it all over the vase. I forgot to mention the wood stain. Of course, I'm also using wood stain as the base color, and then I'm applying the blue and then the orange. So I painted one side off camera, and I thought I would be able to paint the other side, but it wasn't dry properly, and when I tried to stain it, it was like peeling off, so I didn't want to interrupt the process of it drying. So I'm showing you on the side here what I'm doing. So I first applied the wood stain, and I'm going in with some blue acrylic paint, and then I'm going to add some orange acrylic paint. You don't have to do it in the same order. You can just follow whatever goes with the flow for you, and whatever colors you want to try, but I just thought it was fall. I wanted to try these different colors that I was inspired by. Since I'm always using one color in my decor, this year I wanted to incorporate a lot of different colors in my decor this year. So here I am going in with the blue acrylic paint, so I'm just dabbing it on there with no particular direction. Wherever flows, that's where I'm going with the paint. And now I'm adding the orange, and it's going to be the same process. So I'm just dabbing it on. Dab, dab, just like so. This DIY was a lot of fun to make. You know, I enjoyed the colors, I enjoy the whole process of it, especially with the Plaster of Paris that I tried for the first time. And yeah, it was fun. So now I'm adding the orange to the side, and as you can see later in the video, it'll start to peel off. So that's why I didn't want to paint the other side. I just didn't want to mess with the process of it drying. And I'm not going to lie, it started cracking in the back. I don't know if it's because it was colder. Like when I did the first side, it was warmer outside, but the following day was a little colder, so it dried. When it was hotter, it dried faster, but the day that it was cold, it didn't dry as well. So you have to keep that in mind. And here's the final product. As I mentioned, I have a lot of DIYs coming your way, so if you enjoyed this video, please give me a like, share, and subscribe. So I had some fall branches, I've added it to it, and I really like the way it turned out. And of course I created a little fall garden, a little pumpkin garden. I am so in love with it. I'll be revealing the entire look very soon. I cannot wait to share that with you. Thank you for watching. Until next time.